We've got Pro Football Weekly snap judgments from Week 15. There were a few teams that really had a chance to help themselves playing inferior opponents, and none of them could come up with a win. The Giants, the Titans, and the Jets, all three playing against teams that are essentially out of the playoff race. All three of them coming up with L's.
Three stunning results, really, especially when you talk about the Giants. For me, the most surprising development of that game was the Redskins' offensive line just pushing the Giants around. Willie Smith at left tackle, Maurice Hurd at left guard. These guys had struggled all season long. No Jamal Brown in there. Yet they moved them around defensively. Giants couldn't get that pressure. Eli, 3 interceptions. That really hurt him. Injuries starting to mount. And you look at the Jets. It was so interesting to watch this game. Sanchez's turnovers. He looked horrible. Had a bad game. Got knocked out briefly at one point. And Rex Ryan said afterward, I thought was pretty telling. He said they looked scared to go after Michael Vick. Never heard of this Jets defense really being scared before. And then the Titans. I mean, you know, the Colts hadn't won this season. We all know about that, obviously. But you have to wonder throughout that game when they trailed, if they didn't wish they turned to Jake Locker a little sooner. He got it going late, but it was too late at that point.
I think most surprisingly is really all three of these teams got blown out for the most part. I mean, they weren't really that close considering who they were playing against. The big game everyone was talking about going into the week, Tebow versus Brady, the Broncos and the Patriots. I think kind of what a lot of us expected. Could Tebow keep up in a shootout? And it turns out no.
Yeah, I mean, he got the momentum early. The run game was really working. That first quarter, it looked like the Broncos had the perfect game plan. Everything was really executing on point there. But then the turnovers, those 3 turnovers in the first half, really kind of lost the momentum. I thought that was huge. And they lost the ability to run the football. That's what they do best. Control the clock, keep Tom Brady off the field. But he was too much. You know, Rob Gronkowski double-teamed all game long. So let's go to Aaron Hernandez, the great counterpoint at that tight end position.
And for the Broncos, with the loss, they really gave a chance to the Raiders if they could come up with a win at home against the Lions. It looked like they were going to roll. Next thing you know, Matthew Stafford, Calvin Johnson, Lions get a win.
Only fitting to me that the Raiders would lose their season on that last drive, 98-yard drive by the Lions, came down to a big penalty at the end. They've been doing it all season long, and also a blown coverage to Calvin Johnson. Johnson took over the game. Stafford was huge there. But you got to put it on the Raiders' head. You know, Chaz Schillens drops a pass that could have put this game away. And again, it comes down to mistakes, and the Raiders are going to be kicking themselves. It happened to them all season long. It happened today again Sunday.
And as big of a loss as it was for the Raiders, it was a huge win for the Lions, who really need that to stay in the hunt and really at the top of the wild card standings. That's our snap judgments from Week 15 for the best coverage of the league. Check us out at ProFootballWeekly.com.
It's never too early to start thinking about the NFL Draft, and Pro Football Weekly's new draft database has you covered. Check out updated player rankings for over 750 prospects and our exclusive PFW Stock Watch. Just go to the Draft tab at ProFootballWeekly.com.